What's going on YouTube? Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0 back again with this new video. And as you hit this new video, this is my cosplay slash prop tutorial on, well, the Loki Scepter from, well, the first Avengers movie and just nearly every MCU movie that you would see Loki's Scepter in. Now, I thought I'd do this because, well, for one, I love collecting and having Marvel props here and there, but I'm, in a way, I am kind of, sort of, semi-sort-of thinking about wanting to do a Loki cosplay, so I thought it'd be fun and cool to, well, to show off my latest prop slash weapon that I made. So, I'll admit, this is basically a 3D printed Loki prop, well, Loki Scepter prop, just to show you guys a little more up-close look. Here is the bottom. And, yeah, here's the details and everything. Yeah, sorry if it's, well, I'm getting a little too, well, in the way or something, or if you can't see the whole thing. But yeah, this is basically the prop in all its glory. So yeah, glorious purpose. Had to, want to, and also want to get in the theme, hence me wearing a Loki t-shirt and, well, the horns. So, if you're wondering, like, how and where I got this from, well, I got this on Etsy. It came as a kit. Like, here's what it looked like when I first bought it. So here's what it looked like when it was out of its box. It was pretty much in pieces, and it was going to be one hell of a challenge for me. And the Etsy shop that I got this on, it came from Etsy, and the prop shop was called, Red's Props, I believe that's the name. I will leave a link down below if you guys want to check out, this guy's Etsy shop if you want to see more than just the Loki Scepter. But yeah, this thing was in pieces, and you guys saw what it looked like. And, well, I'm going to show you guys step by step of how I made this, and, well, just, beginning to end. So, here's what, well, one of the things I did first was, of course, this. So like I do with most of my props before I get started on them, I look up a few images, I Google them, and I just try to find the clearest and images and pictures I can find all over the internet. And yeah, I just want this to look like it was ripped right out of the movies and all that. So yeah, I did have to rewatch the first Avengers movie, but yeah. So just as a basic start, well, here's what I did first in the beginning. It was just a matter of, like, gluing it down with some Loctite and a little bit of some contact cements. And I even used a little bit of some Bondo spot putty to piece some of these things together. But yeah, that's what I did for the blade and the stick area. I did all that just so I could try and, like, cover up any of the 3D printed, well, parts. Because, well, this thing, yes, it is 3D printed. And I do have a thing for collecting 3D printed props and projects and other things here and there, but sanding them down, I'll admit that is something I am not the best at. But yeah, I thought I'd go in with some Bondo spot putty to try and cover up some of it, and it kind of sort of worked, so that's why I went for that. And yeah, that's basically what I did. It was just also a matter of, well, spray paint and some other things, and just continue on with, well, what I did for the rest of the prop. And then I just moved on with the rest of the instructions, just gluing, piecing together. It was like a really crazy puzzle, and then just connected those pieces to the stick parts, and then that was when I got to painting. I used some Loctite, and I used a little bit of contact cement, and a tad bit of some hot glue here and there on this prop. Well, translation, I basically used, basically just some Loctite to make sure that everything right here would just stay in place. And then same goes for doing it right here on, like, the spike slash ring areas. And right here, well, yeah, I mean, again, it was just it came in, like, several different pieces, so yeah, piecing this together took me, I'll admit, it took me nearly a week to figure it all out, but that's but I like a good challenge, and I like how I'm able to just make these things, so yeah. So like most of my props, and like you do with most of these weapons, you add in a great primer, and then I went in with a metallic silver for some of the parts and blade area here and there. So there were these rectangle pieces that oddly go right here on, well, up in the front of the scepter. So I just gave them a primer, made them gold, and then just glued them down. It was tricky, but, well, I was able to just, well, paint it up and all that. I basically went in with like a blue primer, just so that way it has a basic coat, and then a Platifex blue, so that way it would look a lot more realistic like the movies. And then I glued it down to this ring area for, well, that goes on the staff. So yeah, I mean, that's what I did for the stone area right here. I would have gotten it to light up, but lighting things up is something I am not the best at, and just something that I'm not good at when it comes to making props and weapons. Lighting things up is just something that's, well, yeah, I could try and do it, but it's gonna take me forever. And this ring area, this is literally the only thing that I did not spray paint because, well, it was black, because like it is, because, well, it is in the movies, because I tried to look up as many images as I could. But yeah, that's what I did for this part. And here's just the continuing parts of, well, how I made it. So again, it was just a matter of adding in a primer, and then I went in with a metallic gold, just so that way I would brighten it up like it is in the movie. So then, just to, in a way, add in some weathering, I went in with some black shoe polish in some areas here and there, just to, well, make it a little dark. And as for, well, these last parts, well, it was just a matter of just making sure that they were, well, clear coated, and then I just, well, pieced them together, and then hot glued them down, and just made sure that they were all in one piece. And that's what it looked like when it came together and everything. And yeah, I'll admit, I did go in with some black shoe polish here and there on this area and the blade, just so that way, well, I want to make it look weathered. I wanted to make it look like it was like this thing has been used, it's been in battle. I mean, this thing was in the hands of Loki, and yeah, and he's definitely, well, he's killed Coulson with this thing. Sorry, I had to mention that. One of the other things I did was add in, well, I added in some Mall Master paint on this blade area right here. So yeah, that was the only thing I Mall Master painted. But yeah, that's basically, well, the scepter itself in, well, all of its massive glory. Had to and wanted to say that. So yeah, that's basically how I made this whole prop. This is how I made this whole weapon. And again, it is 3D printed, it is convention safe. If you are in any way of wanting to cosplay as Loki and you want to have the scepter, this is definitely worth getting. And again, the Etsy shop, if you want one of these, is linked down below. So if you guys want to check out, well, this guy's prop shop on Etsy, definitely go for it. And definitely make one of these yourself. It'll be so worth it once you have it together. So yeah, and again, this whole thing took me like nearly a week, but that's just because I was very patient with the paints, the glue, and well, I've had to go to work here and there, but it was so worth it in the end. So just to wrap up this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys liked this video, hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe right down there, along with hitting the bell, so that way you guys are notified whenever my next video is uploaded. Also, don't forget to, well, hit the thumbs up, hit the comments. I'm always reading comments. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my social media stuff, which is just right here, so make sure to follow me. I just might follow you guys back, but until my next video, this is Loki signing off, and I will see all of you mere mortals in the next video. So, I will see you soon, brother.